It's Nightlife with Faith, J, and Ray.
They talking about all the money he losing because of what he did.
Who, Will Smith?
Well, you gonna say the same thing I said. When a millionaire lose $5,000,
What is that?
what is that?
Really? Oh,
All the money he losing.
I can't imagine because Will was in control of his like the movie.
Exactly.
In the last feature films that he did was pretty much under his production.
Right, but there's you know
this
how
one-
people
even
are,
this
man.
one- Even this one, the King Richard. That
I
was
think it was King Richard. I think that was on the production.
So what he gonna do? He gonna not hire himself?
What? No, what they saying is
Oh my!
he's losing money from sponsorship and from, I don't know, man.
Oh man! I had to call you back.
I don't know.
You know who that was? That
Your ex?
was, yeah.
Man, you better answer her call.
You crazy? No, this was business.
You better answer your ex call.
No, that's a whole different other.
My wife just left, and you know how
Did you,
the slaves realized everybody left the plantation, and they the only one there.
now they just having fun,
Right.
When the cat's away, the mice.
Exactly.
The part about it, you got limited roam. Because
Yeah, that's true. You got limited roam.
cruise ship.
Oh, but peace and quiet is a blessing. You know what's interesting? I don't think you ever told me you had this. I know you've had some amazing experiences. I was watching a dude, and you got to tell me what you think, online on YouTube, and he was listening, and he got over 1,000. He was listening to top 5 places you should sleep if you living in your car. Now, number one, I was thinking to myself, why would I have the top 5 spots, and why would I be living in my car?
First of all, you need alternatives. You need options.
Right, and that's exactly. I said, well, let me play along with this. And so he was hitting some. He hit the first number one was the same one that was number one on my list,
What's that?
and that's hotel parking lots.
Yeah and no. I don't know. That's kind of because you got so much traffic, right? In the hotel parking lot, right? Why would that be a good place?
No, the traffic is just people getting out their car going into the hotel.
So why is that a good place?
Because they don't think you in your car sleeping. They think you in the hotel sleeping. So so the police won't come by and knock on your window, because why would you be in your car if you at the hotel? I did that once before. I had a show, I think it was in Indiana, and I was leaving at night. So I had to pay for my own hotel. I got there at 9, and I know I was going to check out at like 1. So I said, well, why even check in? I'm going to just let them give me the money for that hotel, and I'm going to just hang tight in my car. And I did.
And
So when they gave me the $100,
nobody ever bothered you.
no, because I would go in the hotel, use the bathroom, get some chocolates. If they had the hot cookies, I'd give me a couple hot cookies.
Right? They got coffee. They have free drinks, right? Free coffee and stuff like
You know, they got coffee, free drinks. You can even walk by pretending like you live there. Can you tell them to hold my messages and just keep walking out?
Yeah, room 221. That's right.
Right. Yeah, you just yell something, man. And he said number 2, which I didn't even have on my list, and I never thought about it. The emergency room at a hospital. I mean, the emergency parking lot at a hospital. Because people will drive up and take someone in, or let's say you just been shot and you get out your car and you go into the emergency room.
Right.
That means your car would be sitting there, because the emergency rooms take all night, all day. I mean, you could be in an emergency room waiting,
For a long time.
you know. for a long time. I saw a guy, he was shot. He been shot 3 times. But I mean,
Must be bad up in there.
hey, we ain't got no room for him right now.
That's funny.
So let me ask, if you were living in your car, where would you stay overnight? I mean, you stay in your car, but what area?
Truck stop.
See, that was number 5.
I would do a truck stop easily.
Right.
Because you can go in a truck stop. Not all truck stops you have to pay for showers, but you can go in the truck stop and shower. Hell, you can even go in there and watch a movie.
In a truck stop? Some truck stops.
Some truck stops have a little theater room, movie room, TV room, whatever. You know
Oh,
what
that's
I mean?
gangster.
So yeah, you got the whole shebang bang right there in it. Then you got a good restaurant that's most likely up in there. Maybe you got your iron skillet or something like that. Man, yeah, truck stop.
Right. A truck stop. That was on his list too.
It was.
And so for any of our listeners who about to be kicked out this weekend out their home or out their apartment,
okay,
we here to help.
You know I got stories for everything, right? I got a story.
That's what I just said. You got stories for everything. That's exactly what I said.
Let me tell you where it's not a good place to sleep when you ain't got no place to sleep, to lay your head. Really.
Mm-hmm.
Do not park in your ex-girlfriend's driveway. Not a good idea. It's not a good idea, especially when she's trying to move on from you and she's got somebody in her and they ride by and they see your truck sitting in the driveway. You don't have no idea.
Rasser, have you done that? Let me ask. Have you ever done that?
Yeah, man. I had nowhere to park, so I parked right. I used to park right. I didn't think about it. I wasn't even thinking about it. Like, maybe this guy is in, or if he drove by, because I would try to get out of there before she got out the house. You get what I'm saying? So I would go. But I guess somebody called. He must have drove by and saw my truck was parked there in her driveway, and asking, "What is he doing there?" I can just imagine the whole.
I can imagine, right? and she's right too.
Came outside on me with the baby in the arm. You gotta go.
Oh,
like okay.
with the baby. You know another place he said, number 4. He said if you got a little money, you can go to a campground. Because a campground, you pay like $10 or $15, and you can stay on the campground, and then you can get a hookup where electricity, or you can get some running water. You see what I'm saying? So he mentioned a campground. If it's one in your area, you can drive. Yeah, you can drive. Well, that's what I'm saying. The dude, he has some interesting places. He and I just took the top 5. He had the top 10, and I was like, this dude has been homeless for. Right, he's been homeless a long time. That's what I was thinking. He's been homeless a long. If he got the top 10,
right?
I didn't even watch the last 5. I got tired after the top 10. I said, and all the comments was, they were thanking him. They were like, you know what? I'm living in my car with my 2 kids, and I'm glad you posted this. And I'm sitting there thinking, wow, all these people got Wi-Fi.
No.
But I guess they were watching 5G. On their phone.
They got 5G.
That's exactly right. And that's what I was thinking. They got 5G. They got
Wi-Fi. They got 5G. Man, because everybody, because now they giving they pretty much give you a phone. If you know how to get
they will.
If you know how to get to it, they'll give you one.
And they'll give you a nice phone because they let you pay for 18 years, $20 a month.
Oh, shit.
In other words,
you could house, huh? Jeez.
Exactly. That's how they do it. These new phones, they let you pay 3-5 years because they just want you. Because you got to pay for the monthly fee. You got to pay for the monthly phone. So they don't. If they could spread out, let's say 100,000 people, at $30. You see what I'm saying? That's a good deal.
Really good deal.
That's a good deal. That's what we should get. We should get a phone company, Ransom.
Man, what we call it, AJ?
Booty call. Wireless booty call. It could be a burner phone too.
Ooh.
Did you see what they did with Chris Rock's? Were that you or I told you? Chris Rock's tickets went to $78 to $300. Now, I was talking to George Wallace today. George said the people who bought those tickets, I mean, Chris doesn't make no more money. And I don't know how that could be. The people who sold out the arena is the one who's making the money. Cause I told George, I said, Chris is doing well. I said, he was charging $75. Now he's getting $300 for a ticket. I said, George, I need you to find me in a public place and walk up on stage and smack me so I could bring up my bottom line. And George said, I will come in there and smack your ass, but you're going to still be broke because that money ain't going to no. He said, but that money ain't going to nobody but the people who promoting the show.
I didn't even think
right, the promoter.
They is getting, so you mean to tell me they can put that kind of markup on your tickets like that and then not even share that with you?
That's what he said they were doing. Now,
wow.
I don't think they can, but you know, if you signed a contract to do the show for this amount of money, and you never had a thing in your contract that said tickets can't be over $100, a ticket can't be. Normally, what an entertainer go, how many seats you got? How many seats you got? He said, I got 1,000 seats. So they go, give me, $100,000. So they say, okay, for 1,000 seats, we'll give you 100,000. Now, their bottom line means they got to sell maybe like 70% of their tickets to just make their money back. The other 30% is profit, meaning they in the win. You normally supposed to book if you sell 50% of your tickets, you're supposed to be breaking even. But now if they raise it up to $300 a ticket, if only 20 people came, you know what I'm saying? You done got your bottom line.
Yeah, you done got it.
But guess what? They sold out all 4 shows. So they made it. So they probably, if they were nice enough, they probably gave Chris kickbacks.
No, they probably ain't respecting them.
No, they got it. Come on, man.
We'll get Will on you. Say something else. Say something else. Call it Will.
We'll get Will.
I'll call Will. I ain't gonna call Jada. Oh. I'll call Will. It ain't that level yet.
Oh man.
I'm sorry. That's
man, they've been talking about Jada. Jada been getting beat up. I
don't understand why you talk so bad about Jada. I don't get it.
Because this is number one. Jada has this show. I've never seen it. I'm gonna have to try to watch. I don't like those. Red Table. You've seen it. Now. Oh, okay. Okay, I've never seen it. I didn't even know what Red Table was. But obviously, Will Smith must have came on the Red Table.
The entanglement situation.
Will Smith make love like he's. What was the word that she used? Will Smith make love to her like a girl or like a 10th grade. I mean, the way she said it, like, it wasn't good. Will Smith when he makes love to me, it's like I'm with a 10-year-old or something like that. And that's what she said on live, right? And meaning he ain't pleasing. He ain't pleasing her.
Wow, that's a broad statement.
You got to Google the.
That's a broad statement.
That's why they have pictures of him looking like someone just stole his bike. They showed him after she said that, and then she started saying, "Yeah, I had a relationship with my son's best friend," and now people are online. She said that on Red Talk or Table. She was sleeping with her son's friend in their house.
How? But he was of age, right?
That's what people are trying to say now. People were trying to say he was 15, and why don't she go to jail like R. Kelly?
Come on now. Come on.
But he was, number one, he wasn't 15.
Right.
And number two, she wasn't peeing on him. So.
Number three, she wasn't making recordings. Let me stop.
Right. So now you need to not put her in the same class as R. Kelly. Come on, don't do that.
No, that's too different. Come on, I hate that. Like, I really don't understand why they make it seem like she is the dominatrix of the whole relationship. Like, nothing
She
happens,
is.
but I don't see that. You know, from the outside standing, and we got to think about it. We all are looking at it from the outside in. From the outside in, I don't see where she
Right.
the dominatrix or this domineering woman. I don't think she
Let me ask.
could have been for him to be successful as he is.
Would your wife ever say that on national television about the way you had sex with her and about the fact that you had sex with her best friends? Would your wife ever say that? Even if it was true, would she say that on national television?
Depending on what mood we got her in.
Oh, that's hilarious.
I'm being honest.
It depends on what mood.
Yeah, because if she in a good mood, then no, she ain't gonna say nothing like that. But let her say something. Let her be mad at me. She gonna try to figure out the worst thing to say to hurt my feelings. So it depends.
You're 100% right. You're 100% right. Comedians got a bunch of jokes on how women will say anything to hurt your feelings. Y'all better be careful.
My wife is vicious. You understand what I'm saying? She be trying to be vicious.
Right.
But, you know, look, my head is big. So I've been picked on all my life. So really, I done used to it. So it ain't nothing she can say to make me get so irate. I just be like, why do you go there? Why do you gotta do that, yo?
Right.
Why?
Well, I know one comedian said his wife said when he was talking about how much money you spending all my money, and she was like, you didn't care when you were eating my butthole out.
Like, whoa, where that come from? Well, I said
exactly, and that's what the comedian goes. Where did that come from? We talk about a whole nother thing.
Right? How you just throwing that in there? Like, see, you can't do nothing around women, man. The women are Woo. Don't do nothing.
Dangerous. That's what the comedian was talking about. How dangerous a woman can be. Don't underestimate. So that's why I'm saying. I tell you what, my mom was the dominant person in our house, not my dad. My dad was soft-spoken.
Really?
And my mom would run the house. And she would yell at him, curse at him, and he was,
just be a good
I never seen my dad hit my mom. Oh, now, one time he pushed her because she grabbed his pants and he kept saying, quit messing with me. And she grabbed his pants and ripped his pocket. Now, my dad only had 2 pair of pants.
Oh, you done made him mad now.
Oh, you done made him mad. Now you done ripped his best pants.
These are my best ones. These are my good ones.
So he pushed her, and my mom flipped over like a gymnast. She she was doing she flipped over a couch, and then she flipped over a table, and then she did a twirl and a somersault. The kids was like, oh my God, we got to give her a 10, a 9, a 10. Mom was like a gymnast. She was flipping over stuff in the house. And then she rolled down 3 stairs. Right.
He pushed me. Oh, man.
Right, and that's what she was saying. And you know, it's funny. She was drunk, so it looked like it was in slow motion. You know how drunk people. When drunk people fall, they look right. When drunk people fall, they fall in slow motion.
It seems like it's 3 stages of they falling, bro. Ooh.
Right.
Oh.
Right. Yeah, man. I think Jada is the dominant person in that relationship.
She just looks so like
wait a minute. Have you look like what? She's the Matrix.
That's a movie. That's a movie.
She didn't practice for it. She just put on some black outfit and showed up.
Straight up came in there and started kicking ass, huh?
Right, and the director was like, just pretend like we all are Will Smith. And she just went. That's what I'm guessing. I'm guessing the director said that.
Will and Jada, I love you. I'm sticking up for Will and Jada now.
I love Will and Jada too. Poetic justice? Come on, man.
I ain't got no hate for you, but you know, that's my man.
Wait a minute. Will Smith, was Will the one that did I Am Legend?
Yeah.
Where he was the only one in the movie?
Yeah.
He was the only one in the movie, right?
Mm-hmm. Movie went.
So he should have got Best Actor, Best Supporting Actor, Best Role Play, because he was everybody in the movie.
Everything was in the movie with him, and it was
Best Caterer.
And the movie went on to sell crazy in the box office.
Right.
Now, who else could have done that? Who could have did that though? That's why I'm really mad at how everybody has so. Oh, Will is acting like Will Smith is like Tupac, and I'm not even what I mean by Tupac, meaning had a history,
a gangster
of
stuff. Right. Tupac. I see what you're saying. Tupac's been to prison.
I mean, and I'm not saying Tupac was a bad guy. No.
Right. I love Tupac.
What I do know, Tupac was a militant. I'm not that Will was ever a militant. I've never heard anything cross about Will Smith other than he went broke for flying his whole friends down to Miami and just spending all the money. You understand? That's the only thing I ever heard bad about Will Smith. And then now all of a sudden, because he go up now, the place that he was at, because of too many of them others around. You hitting, I don't care if you go and slap your brother, right? I don't care about that. If he deserved it, slap him, right? That's if you got that kind of, but you ain't had to do it in that situation. You see in
that setting.
Right, because there was too many others looking at you, and like now they gonna come on now. Now I can understand if we was y'all was at some kind of
at a barbecue, a family reunion.
Yeah, right. or even some kind of convention that hey, that we don't even know that actors and stuff go to. You know what I'm saying? But to be up at on that stage, to go up there and walk. Because I still
on the Oscars.
Yeah, I still don't believe that it's not. I still don't believe it's real wholeheartedly, because the way it seemed like he did this kind of slap. If I'm mad at something,
wait a minute. What kind of slap did he did, Ransom? Why your slap seems so gay?
He walked up to the guy. He walked up to the guy and said. And then he looked at him and kept on going.
No.
And then was like, okay, turn away and walk. And then hit him with this part of the hand. He hit him. Most people gonna
He
slap.
didn't do that. His hand, no. It's like he was throwing a curveball. He went up here. The way you made him see, like he was slow pitching for all women's baseball team.
It seemed like he hit him with his fingertips. Not with
Maybe he hit him like King Arthur. You know how King Arthur was teaching Venus and Serena how to play tennis? That's how you play tennis.
That's what he was thinking about.
That's what he was thinking about. I just want to hit the ball over. Get some of this. Come get some of this, Chris.
Because you got
Chris, come get some of this smack.
You can the same kind of smack that he did on Chris Rock. I promise you'll see it in one of them clips he got. The same kind of movement and everything in one of his movies.
Nah.
I promise you, he did the same thing. That's why I was like, he acting because he
smacked him hard.
No, he caught him with his fingers. If he would have caught him with that's why I would say it would have been a real smack. If he would have caught him with that. He didn't catch him with that. He caught him with his fingers.
Well, he caught him with his hand, but it was like he was throwing a curveball. It was up. You saying it was down, like he was at the San Francisco parade, June 20th.
Like he was holding back a little bit. Like he was holding, like you know how you say you pull your punch? Because at the angle when you look at it, and I'm telling you, we caught it from behind. And when you look at it, that's that magic.
The way you doing is, you're doing it like a gay pimp in East St. Louis. That's what you're doing it like. An old gay pimp from East St. Louis. I want my money, bitches. I want my money, bitches. I want my money, bitches. That's the way you doing it. He didn't do it like that.
I just know. I didn't hear no. You know, when you get, I've been smacked before. I've been smacked. Okay.
Who smacked you?
I don't want to say, but I just say I got smacked before.
I know who smacked you. It was Will Smith. Y'all at IHOP, and you took the last buttermilk pancakes, and he came up and smacked. Will Smith smacked you.
I have to say it wasn't Will Smith. It was the Fresh Prince at that time. That was before he went through his.
Okay, it was the Fresh Prince who smacked you.
The Fresh Prince. But no, I mean,
smacked. Let me.
Get
I don't think I ever been smacked.
That's different.
Somebody smacked you. Let me just ask this: why did they smack you?
Why? Because she was mad.
Because she was mad.
Yeah, I ain't get smacked by no. I ain't letting no man smack me now. It was
right. Osei. I know what you're saying. You just let it go.
Of course.
Right. She smacked you right there.
Of course. You know, I ain't. You know, no, I ain't gonna hit no woman.
But you ain't gonna let no man smack you. Oh, right. Yeah. No. Yeah.
That's
why. If a woman smacked me, I wouldn't do nothing either.
No. Why would you? Unless that woman is like okay. Let me ask you. If Jenner come up and smack you, are you gonna smack
Bruce
him?
Jenner?
Yeah, Caitlyn
Jenner. I mean, I'm sorry. My apologies. If Caitlyn Jenner smack
you, will you smack her back?
I'm gonna kick her in the ball. I'm gonna kick her in the balls. Her string is gonna break after I hit her. She gonna have to go running in the men's room if she smacked me.
You're funny. I wasn't expecting.
Or I would kick her where her balls used to be. I don't know.
They drop back.
Right. I don't know if he had the operation. Did he have the operation yet? I don't know.
Oh my goodness. But seriously though, I was thinking about that. Wow, what if there was a lady that was, going through her transition and she slapped you?
Right.
Would you slap her back? Because
I'll slap. Going through her transition, it depends on what part. If she still had her mustache and her beard, I'm gonna knock her back into her transition. She gonna be 3 days late.
That is funny. But see, that's crazy though. To think about that, right? Because they want you to treat them with the same kind of respect as you would treat a woman, right? That's what they're trying to. That's my understanding.
Right. But you're right. But if she smacked me or Shim or the Trans Am, I don't know what state she is. If she's a fully woman now and she smacked me and it really hurt, I push it like my dad did.
Okay, it would probably be like subconsciously for me to smack first and then be like, right. Oh dang, you is I'm sorry. I would be confused. Right. I would be confused. If I was a computer, my head would probably blow up right there. You get what I'm saying?
But you know what? I'll be honest. Because the type of person I am, I've never, ever, ever even thought about hitting a woman. And I'm asking some acting crazy. But I've never seen my dad hit a woman. So I would never do that.
Right.
In other words, if a woman smacked me, I would take the high ground. Number one, if we were in a relationship, I'd try to figure out why she smacked me. Number two, if she was a stranger, I'd come to the realization, just like Christian, she smacked me for something that had nothing to do with what I said or did. So for me to get smacked is something in her past. Mm-hmm. I'm that type of person. I know how to take the high road. I've never been thug life where I would.
That's what they say.
I've only been in one fight. I've been in 2 fights in my whole life. 2 fights. Lost them both.
Got the idea. I know this fighting ain't for me. It take me one.
Right.
I done got.
And my brother is a martial artist. He's like one of the best in the United States, a heavyweight martial artist, right? So, and I knew he was into the martial arts, So when we first moved in our neighborhood, we were the second blacks on the street. Everybody else was white. So I got into a fight with this dude named Unger. And Unger was strong, and I couldn't have been no more than 12. Unger was he probably been 13, but he looked like he was 42. So when Unger grabbed me, I started yelling for my brother. I was like, James, get him, kick him, or do something like martial art. And James walked over to me. He broke us up, and he gave me a stick. He said, now get him with the stick. And I'm like, wait a minute, you a martial art expert, and you gave me the stick. That's your lynch. So now I got the stick. I go back towards Unger, and he grabbed me again and started choking me. And he took my stick. And I said, James, get him. And James come and broke us up, gave me back the stick, and I went in the house. I said, I'm done with this. My brother can't even fight for me.
No, he was trying to get you to fight. How you let the man take a stick from you, Jay? Hey, Jay, come on now.
He looked like he was 43. It looked like he worked construction. Why did I let him? You know how them white cornbread fed people was back then?
He was looking like a Viking, huh?
when we got to the school, we thought he was assistant principal. He was in the 3rd grade with us.
He had to be the one to pick on you, huh?
That's how I was smart enough. So my friend Little Luther, he was in the 3rd grade too, but he was the same size as Unger. And I knew if Luther was my friend, and me and Luther, we all became friends because I could make everybody laugh. But Luther knocked Unger out one time just for the fact that he fought me like a year ago. What? He was like, AJ, that the dude that was choking you? I said, yeah, man, it's good though. We over it. No, it ain't no good. Little Luther walked up and clocked him and knocked him down. Little Luther he was like a grown man like Little Luther had 2 kids in the 6th grade.
Calling them dad. Oh, dad don't shut up.
Right.
Sit down and do
right. Right. His kids was in the 2nd grade and he was in the 6th grade.
They calling up on your kids need to see you. Oh no. Look, your kids in the other room.
So have you been keeping up with the Russia-Ukraine situation?
No, is it dying down? It seemed like it's
you so funny. Wait. What, Ransom? You can't use the word dying down when it's the war.
My bad.
Yeah, it's sort of dying down every time somebody get killed.
That is a kind of bad word to use.
Ransom go, is it dying down? Is it dying off? Everybody ain't dead yet.
Oh man. All I heard was that the people was bragging about how Ukraine is holding off.
Right.
Some people.
And I'm like you. I'm not invested in it, but I just feel a little sorry for Ukraine because it's not like they were doing anything to cause the war.
Right.
It's just Vladimir just decided he wanted. I don't even know what he want and why he wanted. But you're right. I heard what you heard, and I was cool about that. Meaning, Ukraine was holding their own in a lot of spots, and for them to be so small, and Russia can't just bully them. I thought that was cool.
Yeah. You definitely he definitely couldn't walk through them, and it don't seem like he's just walking in there bullying everything on there at all. But at the same time,
no.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I can't sit up here and say I have any kind of emotional connection or at all for this because I seen some of the stuff that they did too, and we still got a black basketball player over there, female black basketball player over there,
right?
Where is she at? You understand?
Right. They need to. She's in Russia, and they trying to get her back home. But it ain't like they could just go, let her go.
Right.
It ain't about that.
And then you see how they treating. Like I've seen videos and stuff about how they treating our kind over there, even during this time when they're coming to attack us. If we was there, I'm sorry, I'm speaking as if I was there. But it's like this is a wartime when they come and attack us, and you still got the I don't know what it's called, because it's not balls, it's not bravery, but you still have the ignorance to try to attack an individual that looks different in complexion and hue to you.
Right.
Kind of war.
Because you know the blacks that were over there were having major problems getting out. They were stopping them from getting on the trains and the buses to leave the city.
I'm like, how y'all?
Because they were students. They were students.
Right. At that. So you not even attacking grown men. Go attack a grown black man that got a family protect.
Right.
I guarantee it would have been a different situation. You ain't just pulling them people off the thing going, but no, that's not happening like that. Nah, I just don't think attacking anyone, I don't care who it is, you should not have tried to still cause segregation and segregation in the time of war. It just don't make sense. So I personally, I can care less. I care less because I know.
Right. Okay.
You have no care, no concern for my best interest as a human. A human, but you want somebody to help you. I'm giving the middle. If I felt like throwing up the middle fingers just now. That's how I feel about it. I ain't lying. I mean, that turned me off, right? I mean, I guess wars ain't here to turn you on, but that just kind of made it really kind of like it was frightening to me, because if we did go into a world war like situation, it made me think like, what the heck are we gonna be? Where are we gonna be?
How will we handle? If Russia wanted to come over here and start talking about we're gonna start a war with the United States because we don't like the way they are, they have some major problems on their hand because we got ignorant people.
For sure. Because we got back in the day, you might have caught people not saying nothing, but you best believe everybody gonna speak up today.
Oh yeah. Oh.
Definitely. Chris, he won't.
The Second Amendment people would be happy to pull their weapons out.
What you gonna do? Especially in all them right to carry states.
Exactly.
But still, I still see that we are going to be in trouble from our own. We're not just going to have to worry about what's coming across seas to bother to harm us.
Right.
We got to worry about what's in our own backyard. That's scary to me.
Right.
To me. You watch basketball much?
Oh man, you know, are you talking on the college or the pro levels? Because both my teams are terrible this year. Well, no, let me rephrase that. My one team, my main team, the Cleveland Cavaliers, they just been getting hurt, man. A lot of people just getting hurt. They got people. They got Lou Alcindor playing center for them now. Everybody got hurt, and you know he like 80.
Right. So they got a good record this year, though, right? Don't they got a winning record?
They're gonna make it to the playoffs. They're gonna limp into the playoff, and I'm hoping their center and their forward, the star forward, two of the stars are out. One of the original stars, they lost him the whole season when he tore his meniscus, and he's gone. So I'm proud of what they've been doing. Now my other team is the Lakers, and you know they supposed to have been putting that dynamite, that big team together. They were having Anthony Davis, LeBron James, Russell, Westbrook. They seriously, the YMCA in New Jersey would toast them right now. And I'm talking about the ladies version. The Lakers are terrible right now. They're not even in the playoff. They're in 11th place.
Right. And you know, it's been a long time since LeBron ain't make it to the playoffs.
Exactly.
Like, I would say last year was the first year that he didn't make it into the playoffs, but he made it.
No, they made it last year.
He went.
They made it
into that
the play-in.
The play-in, not the playoffs.
You're right. Not the playoff. The play-in.
Yeah, he made the play-in,
and they lost the second round. Right.
Yeah.
So who's your team?
Huh?
Who's your team? New Jersey Nets?
No. Whatever the team LeBron is.
Oh, you like LA too?
Mm-hmm. Whatever. I'm a.
Okay. There you go.
I've always
There you go.
when back in the 90s, whatever team Scottie Pippen was on, that's who I was pulling for.
Right.
You know,
Is that right? Okay.
yeah. I'm more of a team. I mean, more of a player fan. But if you was to say what my favorite team is of all time,
Right.
definitely Lakers. It's been, they in my memories from the longest, especially since Magic. You watching that show?
Oh man,
Have you seen that show on about the Magics?
What show?
I mean, about the Lakers, not the Magics, about the Lakers.
The Magics.
The
No,
Lakers
there's a show.
Yeah, man, they got it reminds me of oh man, what can I say? It was like it's basically they going back over it. You seen a Magic coming out from college. You see the
Right.
Kareem right after he finished making the movie with Bruce Lee. It's
Right.
just beginning. It's just like Buzz. They showing in the beginning where Buzz just bought the team and how it went.
Now,
oh man,
what channel they show that on? Is that ESPN or that's one of those cables?
It's I believe it's an HBO show.
Okay.
It is one of those.
Okay.
But it comes on HBO Max, if I'm not mistaken. HBO Max or Paramount.
All right.
One of those two. But yeah,
I'm gonna look it up. Something about the Lakers.
Lakers is definitely has been my favorite team for the longest of time. But I'm kind of
right. They're getting beat up bad.
They don't.
But they still they got 4 more games left.
They out.
I think
they out, man. I don't think they can make it. They lost to Utah. I mean, not Utah.
I know. I know who you're talking about. I saw when they lost to them too.
They lost to the Pelicans.
They lost to the Pelicans. You're right. They might be out of it. I thought if they won their last 3 or 4 games,
man,
they could sneak into the playoff. But
I don't know.
I'd have to see.
Could, but to me,
I'm gonna look tonight. We're in the 7th place.
Oh, y'all in the playoffs then?
Well, if we don't lose the last 4 games, we'll be in the playoff. Yeah, you never know.
Y'all keep the place. Y'all be in. Y'all don't even have to worry about the play. It's a play. The playoff. You don't have to worry about if you in 7.
7 has a chance to lose 2 games in the play round. If they lose the first game, they'll play 9th or 10th. You see what I mean? Whoever wins 9th or 10th, the 8th, so that's what they got. So maybe they can, but they'll get a home game. And if they win that home game, then they're good. So let's just see. I like sports.
All right, y'all. We want to thank y'all for tuning in. If you haven't already, please like, share, subscribe, and all that. And as we say every week, the best way to get a blessing
is to be a blessing.
So make it go out there and be a blessing today.
Be a blessing to somebody.
Yes, sir.
I'm AJ.
Nightlife. Good night.